Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Marky Marks Tarot. My God. Hey, Sophie. How you been today? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está hoje? I know we had a lot of fun. That was fun, I have to admit. And it's weird how like you, Christy, Mari, you guys were all like you guys all know Spanish. So it was like perfect that all of you were in here at the same time on Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, I'm good. I had a good day. I had a good day. Sometimes you just gotta, you know. I feel like sometimes I feel like people just get in the way of your life sometimes, and you just gotta say, you know what, man, go fuck yourself. And when I have that attitude, something good happens in return. So a friend of mine, I asked him to do me a favor, and he finally got back to me with the favor. So I was really happy when he says he got in contact with the person that I need to talk to. So I'm just waiting on him now to get back to me about some other things. So I'm happy that I got this shit I gotta deal with. Yeah, Spanish class was good. It's fun. It's nice to have good lives like that and just learn new things and talk about new things. Yeah, I was actually there's a singer I want to get a hold of, and nobody seems to know where he is. Nobody even knows if he's living, dead. So, when I asked four people if they can try and find him for me so I can get some music from him. Two out of the four said they've never heard of him before. Like they never really heard like they don't remember what they've heard of him, but they don't know his songs. So I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So then there's this one guy, he's like, I can get anybody you want, blah, blah, blah. I have all the connections in the world, yada, yada, yada. Typical people like always think that they know everything and stuff. So he never got back to me. So then there was a guy I did a favor for, and he still owes me a favor. So I had to ask him 3 times to contact this guy because he says he has the link. He just has to call. So then he texts the guy. He texts back. Then he called him. He called him back. He got a price for me. He got all this. He's organizing everything for me. So now we just settled the final details just now. So hopefully he gets back to me and tells me what's going on. So I'm just waiting for him to contact me back and let me know. But once again, I always have to think for everyone. I swear, man, it's just like people's brains are not functioning. Honestly, if I don't think for people or think for others, then nobody thinks for themselves. I have to always think for everybody. And then when I don't think or I don't say something, I'm the worst person in the fucking world. It never ends. It's been like that forever. Every day I gotta think. You know what I mean? Every day I gotta think for everybody else. Damn, 8 people in here and you guys don't know how to say hello? What you guys want, like looking at me? 8 people and Sophie's the only one talking to me. Now people starting at 7. Let me see, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't be staring at me, trying to put no fucking voodoo on my ass. You're cracking. Yeah, I know people always spying on me. It's life. People ain't got nothing else to do. Then people say I'm the one who's stalking them. I ain't stalking nobody. I ain't got no time to be worrying about nobody, about my fucking self. Now there's 5. People make me laugh. Come in somebody's room and just stare at them and shit. Act like I'm some fucking hunk, some super fucking model. Or act like I'm gonna say something about somebody. What I mean about me, I say it to your face, it's all good. I'm watching nothing. Hey Lisa, how's it going today? Yeah, I know, Sophie, it's all good. You know how it is. And I don't like when people, man, there's a lot of people in my room and nobody's talking. I don't like that. That means that they're up to something. And all I gotta do is ask spirit and they'll tell me. That's what they don't realize. They must think I was born yesterday. Most people think I am. You're great. Great to hear. I'm glad, Lisa. Yeah, I always feel like somebody's watching me. That's a must. It's actually true. It's actually true. But it's all good, though. I hope they like what they're looking at. Lisa, you said, Mark, will you raise up your cat? What do you mean, raise up my cat? Is that a trick question or something? What do you mean, raise up my cat? Raise it up like this. And lift it up. Anything else you want? People must think I'm bald or something. Can't you see all the fucking hair on the side of my head? I'm not bald, people. Look, I have hair. See? Look. Yeah. Oh, because I wear a hat all day don't mean I ain't got no hair. I got plenty. Look at my sides. See? You good? Did I get you so excited? Good. I'm glad it worked. Oh Lord have mercy. It's not easy. It's a beautiful day today. It's been sunny all day. I did some work. I patched up this hole in the ceiling. And tomorrow I'm gonna I had to the sand was wet that I need to make mortar to patch it up so I couldn't use it. I want it to be dry so I can mix it properly. So I put it all out in the sun so it can dry up so I can sift it tomorrow and possibly patch it up tomorrow, hopefully. I'm not going to make any plans, but yeah, that's the hole right there. that the guys made for the plumber to fix that pipe right there. It's a hole in the ceiling, as you see me pointing at it. And then that's me, I fixed it. See, I don't know if you can see it properly, the glare. But yeah, I patched it up with drywall. So it's all ready. Now I just gotta patch it up with cement and sand because we don't use that's like concrete board, so you have to plaster it with mortar, with cement and sand. You can't do it with drywall spackling like shit. So. Now do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. Yeah, I hear you. I gotta delete some of these photos and pictures and shit. I haven't heard that in a long time. Do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. Born in the USA. Oops. Calm down. Born in the USA. All my exes live. Actually, no, none of my exes live in Texas. My bad. I know some crazy people in Texas. Plenty. I deal with them on a regular basis. The exes. I haven't seen my other friend from Houston. I haven't seen her go live in a while. I haven't seen her. Actually, let me check. Let me check when was the last time she came live. Let me see if I can find her channel. Oh, here it is. Let me see. She doesn't even have any videos. She took all the videos down. Oh well. I haven't seen her in a while. Oh well. In Texas, Baytown, La Porte, Port Mansfield. Cool. That's cool, Lisa. See, it's a small world. I'll be honest. The most people that come in here are from Texas and California. There's so many people that used to come in here from Texas and California. Still do. Still have people from here from Texas and California. Everything is bigger and better in Texas. Yeah, they got some big booties over there. It was her. I had there's three people that I know from Texas that used to come in here. 3 people. and they no longer coming here no more. I haven't seen them. Well, not no more, but I haven't seen all three of them in a long time. I still have them on Instagram, and I see them on Instagram sometimes, but they don't really get readings like that and come in here like that. But I see them on Insta. All three are still on Insta. So yeah, I know those three. And now I know a couple more that's on here, like you guys and stuff. But California, there's a lot of Californian people that come in here. Even back in the day, I had a lot of people from Cali, because that's why I stayed on so late at night. It's like it's 4 hours behind in California. So when I came on here on midnight, when I was here at midnight, it would be 8 o'clock their time. So they'll be like finished dinner, settled in, and ready to come in here and aggravate me. Nah, they didn't aggravate me. They're cool. In Arizona, Arkansas. Oh, Arkansas, yeah. Arkansas. Cool. I don't even know where Arkansas is, to be honest. I've only been to Philly, Boston, New York, Florida, Atlanta. So I've been to the South and the East. I've been to New Jersey, Canada, and the farthest I've been inward was probably Alabama. Alabama's been the farthest I've been into the United States, like westwise. I drove from Atlanta to Alabama. Okay, so you're way over the west then, because Oklahoma's all the way by California. So Arkansas is west, west side. Okay, cool. Your sweetie is in Alabama working. Oh, nice. Sweet home Alabama. Yeah, I've been to Alabama. I went to Talladega to watch a NASCAR race. And as you cross the border from Atlanta to Alabama, it goes back an hour, which I found weird as shit. Even the radio station changed. It was hilarious. He don't know he's your sweetie, but you know he is. You sound like me when they say I've had her, but she don't know it yet. Everybody's like, "What the fuck you mean by that?" I was like, "Well, you figure it out." They used to be like, "Oh, come on, man." Like, yeah, she's my wife, but she don't know it yet. It's all right. He might know one day. Hey, Claudia. How you doing, sweetheart? You good? Speaking of wife, Claudia's my wife, but she don't know it yet. Lisa said that her sweetie's in Alabama, but he don't know that he's really my sweetie. So you came at the perfect time, see? That's all good. I'm glad you're better. Good. Yeah, we all have our ideas. It's all good. I try not to get mad no more or absorb any negative bullshit. So, as long as the trash takes out itself and people just leave me alone with their bullshit, then I'm happy. In real life and online. It's perfect for me. My attitude will always be the same. And that attitude is you'll need me before I need you. Because all I need is myself and God. It's that simple. People just don't figure that out yet. But yeah, you missed last night. It was a few of us in here. I was getting Spanish lessons. It was Christy, Mari, and Sophie. They were all teaching me Spanish, and I was speaking Portuguese, and we learned from each other. Then Fiona was here, Tanya, Dan, a few other people here and there. I can't remember everybody that was in here, but those three were speaking Spanish to me the whole time. Yeah, exactly, Lisa. Because it's actually true. Because my phone only rings when somebody needs me or something like that, and I'm fine with that. I don't mind being needed, but people will never really, you know, see me needing them and I don't say that in a fucked up, arrogant, egotistical way. I mean that like because it's true. Because I don't really need people to do shit for me. I do shit myself. I'm an independent person. I don't really like asking people for favors. Cause I always know that I'll do you a favor, but when it comes to doing me a favor, it'll be like, oh, for fuck's sake. I'm like, fuck, I guess this person doesn't remember what I did for him. Oh well, don't worry about it, Mark. Just continue. It was like my friend that I deal with. Like I did him a favor and he did me a favor back and he still is doing me, a favor and I appreciate him. But like one thing about me, like I try to tell him like you don't have to keep doing me favors because I did you that one great favor. Like, it's all good, bro. Like so I just finished talking to him on the phone and tell him, look, I'm not desperate to get any of the music that I asked you for, because it's not like I'm playing at a concert or something. But just whenever you get a chance, just deal with it, bro. I don't want to take you out of your life and shit. So that's just how I am. So he was like, okay, I understand, bro. I appreciate that. I'm like, look, I know you're busy, bro. I don't want to like, you ain't gotta cater to me, oh, because I did a favor for you. I don't want you to feel that way. I never want people to feel like because I did you a favor, you have to do favors back for me. Like, I'm not that type of person. But if you disrespect me, then I'm gonna be like, remember what I fucking did for you? You don't fucking remember, do you? You want to conveniently forget now? You got amnesia. All right, cool, no problem. That's why when a lot of people disrespect me, I think they forget what I do for them. That's the only time I remind people when they disrespect me. Like, yeah, want to disrespect me for no reason? Well, guess what? I did this for you. I did that for you. So go fuck yourself. If you hear noise in the background, that's my nephew playing basketball. He's also been a little shit today. I had to fuck him off earlier. I hate fucking him off, but sometimes he needs it. These little bastards think they fucking are gonna talk to me the way they want to. I'm not putting up with no bullshit. You know what I mean? I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna eat tonight. What time is it? 6:05. I'm not sure what the hell I'm gonna eat tonight. I have no idea. I kind of feel like a burger on the barbecue with some onion and shit. I had a beef patty for I had a Jamaican beef patty for lunch. It was all right, but I don't know. I just didn't really enjoy it that much. It wasn't that tasty. 2 minutes away from Mexico, so you're on the border. Yeah, I had spaghetti and meatballs last night because I was supposed to have lasagna, but nobody wanted it, so we ended up eating spaghetti and meatballs, which is it's an okay meal for me to have. I don't mind it. Yeah, I like spaghetti and meatballs. I like pasta. I like tuna casserole. Oh, shut up, you damn thing! This thing is so annoying. Go straight. You go on there and it goes straight to a damn ad. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a hamburger on the barbecue today with some salad. I don't know what the heck everybody else wants because every time I ask my sister and my nephew what they want, they're like, I don't know. I don't feel like this. I don't feel like that. So sometimes I'm so glad that they go somewhere else and eat and I get to eat by myself. And I don't even want to make no dinner for that little fucker after the way he talked to me today. I feel like beating his little ass. Blue. Yeah, everybody always says when I wear blue, they like it. But this shirt that I have on, it was all wrinkled up underneath this other like thing I had over there. I don't know why how it got all wrinkled up, but I must have like used it and then like I don't know like left it there I guess, and it was all wrinkled. So I washed it with the regular load of clothes that I had here. So I just washed it and I said I'm gonna use it now. I have so much goddamn clothes and shirts and shit. Sometimes I don't even know what the heck I'm gonna wear the next day. Or I was sweating like crazy doing that hole inside that ceiling. So I had to change my shirt anyway. Chicken Alfredo, yeah, I love chicken Alfredo. Chicken Alfredo. I had garlic bread yesterday with the spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah, I'll add broccoli, cauliflower, carrots. I don't mind. Shrimp, I love shrimp too. I don't mind. I know. I just feel like a hamburger today on the barbecue, like a cheeseburger with bacon or something like that, or mushrooms or some bullshit. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just so tired of figuring out what to eat every day. I'm so tired of asking everybody what they want. I honestly don't care no more. I just can't wait till they all go away for like a whole week and leave me the fuck alone so I can make my own damn dinner and go away. And my mom says she has chicken soup if we want it. So I have to tell my sister that she has. I might go down there tonight and pick it up so my sister can take it to work tomorrow. Because I got to go to the store later. So I might go down there at like 7:38. So I don't know. fruit salad with pinto beans and cornbread. Oh, nice. I like cornbread. I can't really eat fruit too much because it makes my face react and it goes all red. I used to hate that shit. I used to eat fruit and my face used to go red and itch. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is my face going red? I was like, what the hell am I eating? It can't be fruit. And then I stopped eating fruit and it went away. So now I don't even eat that much fruit anymore. The only fruit I eat is apple. That's the only fruit that, not the only, but that's one of the fruits that don't react to me. I don't react to it, I guess. I guess whatever you say. So it's pretty annoying. Okay, Sophie, enjoy your time with the kids. I'll be back on later tonight anyway. That shit's funny. Just talking to my sister about dinner. I swear, it's 6:15 and you're asking me now about dinner. to go get it, and that means what? This girl's weird. Please, Jesus, help everybody with a brain to use it every day. Amen. No, they live next door. They live in the main house, and I live in the apartment. So we pretty much live right next to each other. They don't live with me, no, but we're separated. Thank God. Yeah, but we moved here like 16 years ago. They bought this house, my sister and her ex-husband, and then 3 years ago he left and cheated on my sister like a dumb bastard, and we ended up getting the house, and me and my sister deal with it now. I still live in the apartment. I've been living here for 15 years. So I don't have to, but we all eat together. Even when that asshole was here, we would all eat together. I never want to, but I rather eat by myself so I can do what the fuck I want. But when my sister had the boys when she was young, that asshole, he never cooked. So I would go over there and help her cook. And then it got to the point that I would cook dinner all majority of the time. So I can help her while she deals with the kids, because that asshole never did anything. And a lot of times he worked until like 7, 8 o'clock at night. So the only person that would help my sister would be me. Then I would make the dinner, or she'll make dinner while I take care of the boys. So it ended up being like that forever. So now we just eat together because it's only us three. Because the oldest is in college, and the youngest is here. Can't wait till he goes to college too. Fucking irritates me. These boys, when they're teenagers, they're so annoying. They think they're so tough. What they don't know is I'll knock them the fuck out. They're lucky I've calmed down over the years. Oh Lord Jesus, help me. It's never, and never. People never use their brain. So dumb. My family all lives. My family all knew each other. My daughter and her husband and 5 kids live with me, and they have a triple wide trailer and sold it. They moved in. Oh, nice. That's cool. Damn, you got 5 grandkids? Holy shit. I should do a reading. Like, come and get your love read. Hey, if they want a love read, they know where I am. Love readings are very hard to deal with because people always want it to happen tomorrow. A lot of people don't want to hear there's nobody for you for the rest of this year. They'll get mad at me. Yeah, there you go. A lot of people don't come to me for love readings because I never give them the reading that they want. Because majority of the readings say there's nobody. They ask me who's coming in. This typical question. I say, well, there could be some people here, but oh, that's my ex. Fuck that. Then there'll be another situation where there'll be, oh no, I don't want that. Or they'll say, oh, I can't wait that long. Oh, sure you don't see nobody for the rest of this year? And then they never come back because they're like, fucking Mark, he never tells me I'm going to find somebody. I'm only telling you what I see. And then I've read for people in a love sense where they say, "Oh, Mark, I met the guy you said I was gonna meet, but we didn't ask how it was gonna be." And I said, "Well, I only answer what you tell me to answer." Then they said, "Well, I met him and we dated for a month, and then I figured out he was an idiot, so I didn't want him no more." So I was like, "Well," she goes, "Well, at least you're right about me meeting somebody, but he wasn't the right one." I was like, "Oh well." Well, the thing is with me, I don't get readings anymore. If I go in a friend, if one of my friends, I go in their chat room, they'll be like, "Oh, you want some cards?" I'll be like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." Or I'll say, "Do you see any love coming my way?" Just to get them to read. And I'll be honest, ain't nobody really ever predicted that. So it's just something that it's a hard thing to predict. You know, some people will be like, it's if you read the right person at the right time, you'll get the right answer. But majority of the people that want a love connection or want a love relationship, they're not even ready for one, or they'll have one, and then if it doesn't work out, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you didn't tell me it wasn't gonna work out. Well, you never asked me to. You just told me how you gonna find somebody." You got to be very specific when you ask questions. One of the worst questions you can ask a psychic is, what is coming in for me in love? A cat, a dog, a pet, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your daughter, your son. That's love coming in. You're getting love coming in. You got to say, will I be in a love relationship by the end of this year, 2026? That's what I ask all the time. Will I be in a love relationship with a woman, not a man, with a woman? You got to be very, very, very specific when you ask questions. You know? Yeah. That's why when people say, "What love do I have coming in?" or "What do I have coming my way?" You got bills coming your way. You got rent coming your way. You got wind, sun, rain, and moon and shine coming your way. So you got to be very specific. Yeah. And if you're not specific, then I'm not gonna like take your question and rearrange it. It's just your responsibility. So when you come to me crying about it didn't happen or whatever, then that's because you didn't ask the question properly. And it's not my responsibility to ask the questions properly. I asked it the way you asked me. Hey Christy, how you doing? ¿Cómo estás? You noted. The thing is, when you ask questions, you have to be very specific. That's my belief. Sometimes I'll redo the question, you know. And some people say, "Oh, what are the feelings and the thoughts of this person?" Feelings and thoughts are two different things. Feelings are one thing, thoughts are another, you know. And then somebody say, "Oh, does this person like me?" Well, have you ever spoke to him? No, but they look at me. Who fucking cares if they look at you? I could look at women all day, or a woman could look at me. A woman looked at me yesterday when I was in the store and smiled. I was like, "Good afternoon." She's like, "Good afternoon." What do you want me to do? To go to like 10 psychics tomorrow and say, "Hey, I saw this woman at the Price Right warehouse in Bermuda, and she smiled at me and said, 'Good afternoon' back. Does she love me? Does she like me? Is she interested in me?" How the fuck is she gonna be interested in me if she just looked at me? You don't know that person. You don't even you have to exchange energy with somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's what people do. Oh, there's a guy at my job, and you know, there's a guy at my job that, he looks at me. I don't know him. I never spoke to him before, but I don't even know him. He's new. And he keeps looking at me and he smiled at me today and I smiled back. Do you think that I can get into a relationship with him? Are you crazy, woman? You gotta get to know the person, you gotta get energy exchange. Yeah. I'll still answer the question. I'll be like, you know what, man? I don't have time for this shit. But most times I change the question because I know what they mean, you know? When somebody says, "Do I have love coming in?" I know what you mean. So I'll change the question. I'll be like, "Does this person, have a potential like lover coming in?" And then there's so many people that like the same sex. So then I have to ask, I don't have to. But then I'll say, are you looking for a man or a woman? Because I don't want you to like think that I automatically assume the gender you love, because people get so butthurt now from that. Oh, you just automatically thought that I like men? Well, you should. You should always want a D to satisfy you, you know. But if not, hey, I'm not judging you. It's all good. Just be honest. Just tell me that, that's what you're looking for. Simple. But there's so many ways to answer questions, but people gotta ask them right. At least it's like I figured it out now. I thought you were joking just now. See, that's the way to ask the question. See, now you see what I mean? You have to exchange energy with somebody. It happened the other day with someone on here with work stuff. And after that person dealt with the actual, situation and actually had the energy before they even went. So when they went, the energy got exchanged. It was just like last night when Joey came in here. She went to her trip, right? She went to her vacation. She ended up staying longer. She ended up having a great time. And without even asking whether or not, like, because she asked me, will she be able to live there and have a job there one day? And I said, yeah, it's possible, but you have to go there. You have to exchange the energy. You have to be there for a couple days to feel everything. And she said she had such a great time, and people like were there, and then she ended up getting like somebody ended up offering her a job, all that type of stuff. So I said, see, this is what I'm trying to explain. You can't do things unless you exchange energy with a place, a thing, a person. You have to, the energy has to be there. So even when you ask, will I be in a love relationship this year? You have to ask yourself, you can only be in a love relationship when you exchange energy with a person. So the best thing to do is not even ask that question sometimes. The best thing to do is get involved with somebody, exchange energy, right? Not fucking, but sitting down talking to each other, not texting and calling each other. I'm talking about physical energy, right? When you're talking to me right here, then that's energy exchange. Not no, hey baby, how you doing? All the way in fucking Japan and you're in Bermuda. That ain't gonna work, bro. You have to have physical energy exchange. You know? So the physical energy has to be, there in order to get a correct reading. You got sex excited, yes. No, not at all. Nah, you didn't rub me the wrong way. Listen, I'm not perfect, and spirit isn't either. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't phase me. You're not the only person that says, "Hey, look, Mark, I know you told me that I had a chance to get somebody, but I didn't." If I went around saying that to every psychic in the world, I'd still be here doing it. No psychic has ever been correct about my love life, but I don't go back and say something to them. But if they ask, they be like, "Hey, Mark, did you meet that girl yet?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong." I'm like, "No, don't be sorry. I don't fucking care." It's like it's life. maybe like I fucked up and I didn't go somewhere I was supposed to go to meet that person. You see, there's it's not an excuse. It's like a at that point in time when you get a reading today, it might happen a year from now. It might have happen like a month from now, 2 months, 3 months. Time frames are just something that I put there because I like to put a 30-day limit on things. So when it doesn't happen in 30 days, I'm like, it didn't happen in 30 days. Okay, well, we'll check further into it or something like that. Nah, there's nothing to apologize for. I don't get mad at that. I'm not what's his name? If you say that to Tyler Terrell, he's gonna rip your neck off. Let me tell you something, bitch. I know I was right. It's your fucking problem. It's you. You're the fucking problem, not me. I know I'm right. You could have met a man, but you didn't want to, you stupid hoe. That's what he'll say. I've seen him do it. He'll be fucking people off. Talking about, I'm right, you're wrong. See, I'm not like that. I'll be like, hey, look, that's just the way it is. I'm never gonna be mad if somebody comes in there and says something like that. It don't bother me. It'll never bother me because I'm not perfect, and I never will be. And that's why people put up it's entertainment purposes only, because you can never be right about everything. Never. No one's been right about me either. In that love sense, love is a very, very hard thing to predict. Hey, Panda, how you doing? You good? All right, let's check, Lisa. Well, as far as your question, will you guys fall in love? I don't see that quite just yet. I do see like, you guys possibly greeting and meeting each other and traveling because I got the Six of Swords, and that means for some people going to calmer waters, but it doesn't mean that. To me, it doesn't. Anyway, don't get mad at me, people. I'm just teasing. For fuck's sake, don't get sensitive. The Six of Swords, because you say you meet and greet with him, so that travel part can still work, right? If you're up to it. See, it's up to you whether or not. So if Tony says, hey, Lisa, I want to meet and greet with you, I want to see you. And you're like, okay, well, I can come to you now, or I can come to you later, or I can come to you in 6 weeks from now, 6 days from now, whatever the case may be. So the Six of Swords is here. That's saying that you can meet and greet with him. You can travel to him, or he can travel to you. You guys can meet up somewhere. So that's very possible. But it has to be when, exactly, yeah. It has to be when you guys mentally are ready to do it and physically, mentally to do it. I think that you guys are going to make plans and it might get canceled. And I think it really depends on you more than him, because I got the Queen of Cups reversed, and that's you. You're like wondering whether or not he wants that, or he wants it again, or whether or not you can do it again. And with your job, you might be like, I can't do this. I can't come next week or next month, Tony. I'm sorry. So then he might be frustrated because you can't meet him and he's ready, or can't meet you and you're ready. So as far as like falling in love and all that, I don't really get that for the next 2 months. But it's very possible you guys can meet up again and see each other again. But as far as like a solid connection, I'm getting no. Like not falling in love, not quite just yet. It's possible, but it depends on, you guys meeting up with each other. Maybe the Six of Swords is right. Maybe you have to get to calmer waters. Maybe you got to row a boat to him or something. You know. Okay. He lives in Oklahoma and in Alabama working for 6 weeks. So that's where the six comes in, I guess. 6 weeks. So in 6 weeks time, he might be able to see you. And then you might not be because you're reversed here. So that's why those type of Those type of situations, how are you supposed to fall in love with somebody if you don't see each other every day and you don't see each other for a long period of time? So that's why it's telling me no right now. But it's telling me that it's very possible you guys can see each other for sure. But it shows a woman reverse. So that means that you might not be able to meet him in the time frame he wants. Let me find out if you're actually going to meet up with him in the next like couple months. All right. So it says next month you guys can possibly meet up with each other. I got no for this month, yes for June, and no for July. So it looks like next month you guys might meet up with each other. It says June. So, and June is number 6. See, 6 month. So it's all about damn sixes. You be the 6, he be the 9. Hey, Ann, how you doing? So there you go, another 6. 6 weeks time. June is the 6th month. You know, so I would say in June there's definitely a good chance that you guys will see each other. I got yes for that. But falling in love part, you can't really fall in love with somebody unless you're with them for a long period of time. So yes, you have exchanged energy. Yes, you guys will see each other in June. But after, when you go see him in June, maybe that's why the cards are the way they are, because you have to actually, be with him in June to see if that's going to happen. Right. So after the trip, you come back, we can check that energy again. You're welcome, Lisa. But it looks good. It looks like you guys will see each other. How you doing, Ann? You good? Do you say that, Panda? Do you say that 6 of Swords is going to calmer waters? Everybody must be, psychics must be so fucking mad at me sometimes. They must be like, Mark's an asshole. He always says 6 of Swords is not moving to calmer waters. He said that the Fool card says not to take a risk. I don't do it on purpose. I just do it to tease people. That's all. He asked me to plan. He asked me to plan to spend a weekend. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's good. If he asks you that, then bang. Oh, you used to do that too? It's freezing in Minnesota? Oh, shit. It's not freezing here. I was sweating my ass off today. I was working on a ceiling, patching up a hole. And I was inside and it was hot as shit. I was sweating. Right now it's nice and cool though. I got my fan and my doors and windows open. It's nice. Now you don't have to change it up. I don't say that to aggravate anybody or to disrespect anybody. I just think it's hilarious how everybody uses that saying. When I get the 6 of Swords, it's usually travel, like going somewhere where there's water, like traveling and seeing water. You know what I mean? So if Lisa's going to travel to go see Tony, or Tony's going to go see Lisa, and it's traveling and you see water and you're traveling over water, then that's gonna mean that could mean not going to calmer waters, but going through places with water, like going over a bridge. Like I never that actually, that actual saying is based off the Rider Waite Tarot, because it has a person in a boat, right? There's a person in a boat and they're going from one place to the other, but it's rough and When you go to, so if the water's still rough, how are you going to calmer waters? Who the fuck invented that? Like, who said that first? Like, what picture are you looking at in those cards? Because my deck doesn't have that. My deck has 6 people with their backpacks on and they're ready to travel. So to me, I don't believe in that. I don't believe you're going to calmer waters, because if you're rowing your boat in a rough ass water and you're going and the person says, "See, the boat's going to calmer waters," where you think the weather's just gonna switch up and be calm and that person rows over there? You dumbass. But some people, man, they're glued on that image. You know what I mean? They listen to everybody else and just repeat what everybody else says like parrots. Yeah, everybody should, like, when you look at cards and you read cards, you should read them as you feel, not what you see in those images. Sometimes I read images too, but not that. I'm not gonna say those type of words. But people get mad at me when I say that shit, man. People get mad. Oh, what the fuck you want me to say? You're an asshole. I'm like, fuck. Well, then don't listen to me then. Just keep reading that card the way it is. If it resonates, then fine. Leave me alone. I'm just telling you, it's just kind of dumb. Because you're just basically saying everything everybody else is saying. You know? You try to word it different now. I'm your mentor, Christy. Brigada. I got you reading reversals. That's good. That's more information. You don't pull as many cards as you used to. Yeah, there's no need to, because you're gonna end up confusing your damn self. Yeah, see, there you go. There's nothing wrong with that. What about if you say you can be moving away from the chaos and things are about to get better? Yeah, that's better. But see, like, say if you live in the city and you don't see no water at all, right? And you tell somebody, "Oh, it looks like you're moving to calmer waters." Like, I know that saying means that things are getting better for you because you're going to move from the rough water to the calm water, right? But what if you're talking to somebody that doesn't have water around them? And they're going to be like, "Yeah, I understand. They mean that things are going to get better and calmer for me." Yes, I understand that. I understand the whole, like, I don't know if you call it a metaphor or a saying or whatever. Yeah, smooth sailing or something like that. But when you say that those words all the time, like moving to calmer waters, like, that's not really like understanding. Like, that's not really what that card means. That's what the picture says. But the picture doesn't even show calmer waters. That guy's in the rough water. And you got to remember, it's a sword card. So the 5 of swords, right, is bad. It's like you're tired, you're irritated, you're angry. You have to deal with bullshit. You have to deal with people's like shit. And then the 6, right? When you move to the 6 of swords, you're getting yourself mentally prepared for the next step. So much so you want to go on a vacation. You want to make like an attempt mental wise, because remember, it's a sword card, so it's more thinking. You got to think, how are you going to make your life better, because you're coming from the 5. And when you're in the 6, you got to remember, I got to go to the 7. So the 7 of swords is misread as well. The 7 of swords is not sneaky up a sneaky person or a person stealing from you. No, it's not. All because there's a guy on the cards of all these swords, you're thinking that guy's stealing those swords. No, he's making sure nobody gets what he's already accomplished. He wants to hide from you motherfuckers that are trying to get him. It doesn't mean he's stealing anything. Like, where do you get these stupid sayings from? Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, look, I'll show you an example. This deck is one of my favorite decks ever. Tarot decks. It's called Tarot of the 78 Doors. Right? Now look at the Seven of Swords. Right? This is the Seven of Swords. Do you see her stealing anything? Do you see her stealing anything? She's not stealing a damn thing. So if I read with this tarot deck, right? If I read with this tarot deck, and I told you, yeah, somebody's sneaking up on you, somebody's tricky, somebody's stealing shit from you. Oh, can I see the card, Mark? I'll be like, okay, look. Oh shit, nobody's stealing from me, Mark. That's me. I'm an artist, actually. And that looks like I'm drawing a painting of a new place. Because that looks very new. It doesn't look old, does it? What if somebody said that to you in a reading? You see my point, what I'm trying to get to? So if you're gonna go off those Rider Waite images and those images that show you something you think it is, then you're being tricked. You're being tricked to believe you're the one who looks at Seven of Swords in a tricky way. And you can still read that way and be right. But what if you're not? Then you're going to say, fuck, oh, well, let me pull some more cards then and confuse the whole world again. Oh, you got the four pentacles reversed. But that doesn't make sense. Let me put another card. Oh, shit, you got the Hangman reversed. So hold on a second. Let me think and bore you some more. Man, that's not how you read, man. That's some dumbass shit. When you answer a simple question, it should be no more than four cards. That's it. That's just my opinion. If you pull like 12 fucking cards and all that shit, you're gonna confuse the shit out of everybody and yourself. And some people are just gonna be like, oh well, can you check this? Because obviously you're not going anywhere with these 12 fucking cards you just pulled. You know? Yeah, exactly. I agree, Pan. In my deck, the seven is definitely sneaky. Okay, well then you use it that way. So in this, and Christy, you said, so what's the version of interpretation of the card with our painting? So first of all, the Seven of Swords means that you're coming off that Six of Swords, which is traveling, trying to get your head right, right? Calmer waters, so to say, right? But to me, if like you're coming from this, you have to realize everything goes from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you got the page, the knight and so forth, right? So this Seven of Swords, if I pull this card for somebody, right? This lady that's doing these cards, right? I mean, doing this painting, she's got a new plan. She's painting something new because the Seven of Swords means having a new plan, a new way of getting rid of the old way. It's a new way going into old ways coming in and getting rid of old ways and making new shit happen, having a new plan, being hopeful, being like thinking about how you're going to make your life better. That's why when you see that guy with that Seven of Swords, he's trying to take those swords and go somewhere else before someone else finds him. He's going to find a new location for all those swords. He's going to take those swords and he's going to run and say, nobody going to take this shit from me. I need these swords. I need to figure out a new way to get shit done. I need to get away from these people. So this is her way of getting away from the world. She just wants to go paint something. Right? She's going to go paint a painting. There's nothing sneaky about this. She's holding the board with the paint on it. She's got the paintbrush. She's painting that doorway or whatever she's doing, right? So this doesn't have anything bad about it, right? Because you look at this picture, it's just a woman painting a picture. She's trying to imagine how she's going to paint this picture. She has to go find the paint. She has to look at the detail. She's doing something new. This is a new painting. She hasn't painted this thing before. So it's a new thing. It's a plan. It's a new plan, a new way. Getting away from everybody and doing something with her brain. saying, I'm going to paint this picture. You see what I mean? So every deck is different. But everybody's so fixated on that Rider-Waite tarot. That's why I don't have that deck. Because I don't want to be that way. I don't want that shit. I've never owned a Rider-Waite deck in my life. And everybody's like, it's the best. No, it ain't. What's the best is your intuition and your meaning and what you think it is. You have to decide what these cards mean in your mind, you know? And there is the same type of meaning for some cards. Like, look at the Chariot in this deck, right? The Chariot is, the Chariot in the Rider-Waite deck is a carriage, a horse and carriage thing, right? With a guy charging with some horses. Now, this guy, he's in a Corvette, right? And it looks like he's a rock star. And people are like, hey, look at this mofo, this, Bob Marley wannabe, right? So, to me, this guy is, he's in his car, and the Chariot means like putting in a lot of effort. See how much effort he's putting in? He's putting in a lot of effort to please this crowd. So much so that he's all dressed up, right? He's in a Corvette. He's trying to like make people look like, he's putting in a lot of effort. He's trying to change things. He doesn't want turmoil. He doesn't want bad shit. You see? The Chariot's another card that gets misread plenty of times. There's a lot of cards that get misread, in my opinion. But that's my way. So if you have I've told lots of psychics, hey T Rose, how you doing, sweetheart? You good? You're welcome, Lisa. No problem. All right, take care, Lisa. Mwah. Yeah, exactly, Christy. Yeah, that's the strategic vibe, because you got it when you pull the Six of Swords in particular. You got to think about the cards before it and after. So you could be like, okay, you got the Six of Swords here, so you might be traveling, or you want to travel, or you just want to, even if traveling could mean like driving for a whole hour somewhere, And that's the thing. Like, happy hump day. Do the hump, the hump. You too, T-Rose. Have a blessed day. So every deck has different pitches. So if you want to go by the pitches, then you should read the pitches, right? If you want to just read the meaning and you don't care what the pitches are, then you just keep reading your meaning. At the end of the day, if you're very connected to spirit, it doesn't matter what the picture is, because you're going to say the meaning of the card to answer the question, correct? So that's something that you have to think about as well. So when I say certain things like this, right, it doesn't mean that, you have to do what I tell you to do, right? Or how I read or whatever. Nobody should be reading like anybody else, right? But at the end of the day, you should use your intuition for every answer, and try not to like pull a shit ton of cards, because you're just going to confuse yourself and try and get answers that don't exist. And then spirits like this, Lane, really? You're going to pull another fucking card? Like, woman, just answer the fucking question. Like, what are you doing? Don't pull another damn card. I already told you the fucking answer with 3. I already told you the damn answer with 4 cards. Why the hell are you trying to justify the answer? That's like when people say, I clarify this and there's nothing to clarify. Spirit already gave you the answer. Don't try and like go off of these people's feelings. They might be like, oh, so you mean he doesn't love me? He doesn't like me? I just tell you, he doesn't really like you. He don't want to deal with you. Oh, but that's weird because, Another psychic told me that he wants to be with me. You're the only one who says he don't. I said, well, look, sweetheart, it's either you go to them and you keep hearing whatever you want to, or you come to me and you hear what you want, or you can go to all of us and get confused. And that's the whole point. Spirit's already going to tell you the answer that one time. So there's no reason for you to like keep pulling cards to answer one question. And like I said, don't listen to me if you don't want to do that. Because I'm not here to like tell people how to read. And if you don't read my way, I'm not going to listen to you. If that was the case, then I wouldn't listen to anybody. You do what's comfortable to you. Don't be like me. You just got to be comfortable the way you feel you need to read. If you want to read that way, you read that way. Don't change for me. I'm not going to judge you on how you read. I'm just going to make fun of you probably and be to make a joke. Don't take it serious. But I just feel like a lot of people do unnecessary things. It's very unnecessary to pull like 12 goddamn cards to answer one question. It's crazy. I've never done that in my life. And if you really want to check, like, read, like, I did it with Lisa just now. She asked me if she was gonna fall in love when she's with this guy. I told her I don't really see that, but I do see them coming together and seeing each other. And then I said, well, let me check what month I see you together. And then I said, so when you want to check a month, right? You take your cards, right? And if they're upright and reversed the whole way, right? So you tell spirit this, you say, right? It's May right now. So this person wants to know when are they gonna see this person in real life in like physical life, when are they gonna see each other? So you can say, okay, spirit, I'm gonna pull 3 cards, May, June, July. And if I want you to tell me with upright, if it's the right month, I want you to give me an upright card. If it's not gonna happen that month, I want you to give me a reverse card. So then you shuffle. Then I'll go May, June, July. And what happened was it said no for May, yes for June, and no for July. And June was 6, and the 6 of Swords was the only card that was upright. So I know it's something to do with 6. So when I ask, that's how you confirm things or you find out things. So that's why I say to everybody, it's very important to read reversals because you can use reversals and uprights to answer a yes, no question. What's so hard about that? If you're already reading reversals and uprights in your deck, then you can use it to find out what month this person's going to see somebody or what day or, yes is not yes. Like sometimes I'll be like, no matter what card it is, I say it like this, no matter what card it is, I don't care if it's the 10 of Swords, the 8 of Swords. I just want to upright or reverse answer. Upright is yes, reverse is no. Is so-and-so going to do this? So if I flipped over the 8 of Swords upright, I don't care if it's a bad card. I wasn't asking them to give me a bad or good card. I said to them, whatever card comes out first, out of 78 cards, I want an upright card or a reverse card to tell me yes or no. So, but you have to be very specific when you say shit like that. So if I get a yes and it's 8 of Swords upright, it's a yes, no matter what, because I didn't ask you for a specific thing. I just said I wanted yes or no. That's the only specifics I gave you. And I said, I don't care what card it is. I just need an upright answer or a reverse answer. And Spirit will give it to you. Because if you're in tune with the cards like that, then there's no problem. You won't have a problem. You got me? So that's why I tell people it's very important to read reversals so you can get a yes, no answer through your cards. It's like when somebody says, hey, Mark, do you think I should go with A, B, or C? I'm like, okay, cool. Let me check. So I'll go A, and I'll say to myself, let me know yes is upright, no is reversed. So if I get all upright cards, I can say you can go with A, B, and C if you want to. And they'll be like, okay, well, can you be specific? All right, okay, I'll pull cards again. So I'll be like, look, tell me exactly which one that she should do. Okay, well, A says no, reversed. B says yes, and C says no. So you should go with B. Okay, that's the one I really wanted to go with anyway. Okay, Mark, cool. I really wanted C, but B will work. What's the problem? You see? So that's how you can use tarot upright and reverse to answer yes no questions. You got me? Yeah, Christy, the chariot can mean that, yeah. It depends on what you're answering, right? Is pulling three cards. Okay. How you doing, Brian? Is pulling any three cards okay? Mine is clarifying if the three isn't making sense. If see when you pull the three cards, right? Flip over the bottom one. Like if you pull three cards, right? I pull three cards right now. One, two, three. And then you go like this and you look on the bottom, it's the Queen of Swords. So don't flip it, just like twist it like that so you can see what cards on the bottom. So you can use these three to answer it, and this should be your clarifier. That's what I do. Every time I answer you guys' questions, I only use four cards. But this is like the clarifier. The one on the bottom, it tells you the end result. Yep. Underneath the deck. That's what I do. Everybody can do it differently if you want. Or you put them all back in the deck and you re-ask again, and you might get the exact same cards, or you might get you might ask it differently. You might say, look, she asked me if she's gonna go if this guy likes her, right? Now, after that, I can say, I can just check for you and say, is this guy a decent guy? She wants to go on a date with this guy, but let me see how decent he is. So I'm gonna confirm your reading by answering another question that I'm gonna give to you, with the reading. I say, okay, what about this guy? This guy Frank, is he really decent? And if I get three decent cards, I'll be like, look, this is a decent guy. It's just gonna be like a little task, to get him to do shit or whatever. Or I feel like you can date him because he's decent. I get decent energy off him. So that's the only way I'll do another little three card spread just to check the actual person you're asking me about, just out of the goodness of my heart and just to make sure you're actually going with somebody that's decent. That's what I'll do in that situation. That's just an example. Brian, you said, how is Mike feeling about me right now? I just found out that alcohol was banned from his workplace after he and Casey pushed away me, my dad. Well, that's good if alcohol was banned. Alcohol is bad for you. All right, Brian. What I'm getting here is Mike doesn't feel that great about you. He's just glad he still has his job, even though the alcohol thing happened. So as long as he has his job, his workplace, he's fine. How he feels about you, he still feels like you're not a good friend to him, or he feels both ways. But he feels that you're not a good friend to him, and um, he can't benefit off of you in any way. So that's how he feels. And he thinks that it's selfish of him to do so, but he doesn't care. He's going to ignore the opportunity of being around you or dealing with you. I still feel he feels shallow, and he feels like he can't accept what he's done, or accept not dealing with you and his dad. He has a lack of understanding, obviously. And I think that he's very ignorant and he won't speak to you or talk to you at all. But if he's, I feel like he's the type of person that if he's not going to benefit off you, he doesn't need you, you know? So he still feels that way about you. If I can't benefit off of Brian, then why am I going to deal with him? Fuck him, you know? That's his attitude. He feels like you're a fake friend. You know, he feels like there's been lies told here and there and he can't trust you. And like I said, if he doesn't benefit from you, he can't be with you. But the only thing he's happy about is he still has his job and his workplace, you know? So even though he found out, even though you found out that alcohol was banned from his workplace, he still doesn't care. He's just glad he still has, you know, his workplace and whatnot. But as far as he thinks about you, he just doesn't feel like that he cares about you like that because you're not doing anything to make him feel like you're worth dealing with. You hear they're pissed. Well, they're pissed, but they're just glad that you know they have their workplace and they're gonna figure out something else. But that's good. No alcohol is a good thing. Let me see. Pandy, you said, Mark, is there any chance you would answer a medical guidance type question? I just want to see the energy on too. Yeah, I'll answer whatever. It doesn't matter. But like I tell everybody with medical questions, you know, as long as you're asking me, you're not asking me if somebody's dying, then that's the only thing I don't do because I can't predict someone's death. I mean, I kind of sort of have, but don't really want to go that route. 'Cause that's not up to me when somebody dies. But that's the only medical questions I stay away from. You know. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's no problem. Well, it's always good to learn. I didn't know what I knew if I didn't learn. You know, I learned from a lot of people. I learned from a person older than me, and she taught me a lot about tarot. And when she read reversals, I was like, "Fuck, that's a lot to learn. You gotta learn the upright shit, the reverse shit." I'm like, I don't know if I really want to go through this shit. And then I just kept watching her every day for years. And then I said, you know what? I think I can do it myself. She was like, Mark, you don't even need cards. You just told me about my mom and you shouldn't even use cards. Just answer the question on your, you know, with spirit. I like shuffling cards, you know, I like doing card readings and stuff like that. And I'll hear things and say it anyway. There's sometimes I just throw the cards away and just be like, you know, spirits here and I'm just talk to you through them. So it just depends. I've done both, so it doesn't matter. But it's just a tool. That's all it is. It doesn't bother me like that. I like using cards, but I just use the same deck all the time because it's what I'm used to. But I just showed you the other tarot deck. I don't want to get like too deep with all that stuff, even though I have in the past. But I like to keep it simple because I've had spirit pretty much say, "Hey, you don't need to do all that shit, bro. We got you. Just fucking shuffle the cards and answer the damn question." They ain't got no time to be over analyzing everybody's shit, you know. But the more you learn, the more you earn. Hey, Lisa, welcome back. You know, you can always learn things. Even me at now, I can still learn more. You know, I still like see other people read, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta make sure I don't do that dumb shit, or I gotta make sure I don't say those stupid ass things. And, it just depends, really. Like, I feel like my words offend people sometimes, and they like say, "Oh, well, you said this and you said that." But why are you worried so much about what I say? Is it because I'm right about you? But you're right about other people. So why you just don't keep doing what you do? Like, don't worry about what I say. If you take what I say and run with it and do the same thing, then that's fine. But if you say like, "Oh, well, you said this, but I don't believe that I'm still gonna do my way," and I'll be like, "Well, go ahead." I never come on here and tell people you have to read like this or you have to do what I say. No, I never say those words. But people act like I say those things. You know, I'm telling you what I like and I'm telling you what I'm doing. So, so like I tell people all the time, if you don't want to hear my advice on reading tarot, then don't listen to me. Keep doing what you do. Because if you're doing what you're doing and it's working, then don't listen to me then. And don't care what I say either. Don't be offended what I say. I'm just speaking my mind. Like some people like take what I say personally. Like, oh, you said, and you must be referring to me. And I'm like, I just take a deep breath and be like, you know what? Just believe whatever you want. You think I have all the time in the world to be worried about what the fuck you're saying? Obviously, you have all the time to be worrying about what I'm saying. You know? Like, fuck, man. You act like I'm talking. You act like I say I'm the best reader on fucking YouTube. Does my thumbnail say best reader on YouTube? Come see me. I'm the greatest in the world. If people saw that, I'd be like, this guy's a clown. You know what I'm saying? But people always get mad at when I say something because they think I'm referring to them. I'm just saying things in general. You know? Like, take a break, sweetheart. You're not that important. That's what I say all the time. Some people get offended with my words and they shouldn't. Just like, don't worry about it. Just like, move on. You act like I'm mad or I'm fucking like, on people's shit. Like, all right. You said your question is in the PayPal thing. All right, cool. Let me check. My bad. I'm over here ranting because I get mad at people like always trying to make me look like I'm the bad guy. Well, to be honest, Panda, I think you should not take those things. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. No one should be taking those. It should be in here. This is the only thing you should be taking in is your mind. Your mind overruns every single thing. And people be like, "Oh no, but my doctor said this," or "Fuck your doctor. Your doctor just wants to make money off of you." You don't hear me say I'm going to a doctor's appointment. You know why? Because all the medicine and all the things I need is all here. And if you believe you're going to be fine with or without, then that's cool. But if you're fine without it, then it's because that's the way it is. You should never like take medication just because you feel like you have to. There's no reason for it. It's all in here. I don't take medication, never for anything. You know why? Because my medication and my insurance is God Himself, Spirit itself. When I was working today, I got a big pain right here, all the way down. And I went like that. I made the sign of the cross and I said, Spirit, can you help me? Like, I don't really want, please don't make me feel this bullshit ass pain. Please. I got shit to do, man. Come on. And within an hour, it was gone. Another reason it's gone because you don't think about it. I never thought about it. I kept my mind busy. I started talking to my friend, my DJ friend. I started talking and I said, I'm gonna go live so I can keep my mind off of that shit. It's all in your mind. Your mind programs your body to feel things and to know things and to, all this. It's all up here. You gotta program your mind. Remember how I told you about the mediumship stuff? You gotta believe that you're talking to the right people. You got to believe that you are a medium, even though people say you're not. You got to believe that you're going to make it to the next day. Hey, Barbie, how you doing, sweetie? See, people, this is what I just explained about tarot. This is how I'm going to answer your question, Panda. I just finished telling you about tarot. Your mind, when your mind listens to me, your mind gets programmed. I want to listen to Mark because I know he reads cards and he reads them good and he answers my questions and he's right majority of the time. Or what he's telling me about that card makes sense. My mind is programmed now to listen to him. But your mind should also think for yourself. You should say, yeah, I'm going to take what Mark said to me, but I still don't agree with the Six of Swords. I'm still going to think that taking you to calmer waters. I'm still going to say it because that's what I believe in. I've read people and, okay, go for it. Don't let your mind be manipulated by my words. You got me? So when you are in a state of mind where you think that you need medication to make you feel better, it's not. Medication is never going to make anybody feel better. What makes you feel better is your mentality, your self-confidence, your self-reliance, your self-everything, your self-love. You got to take everything in. You got to be always worrying about, you're not worrying, but making yourself believe that all you need is spirit. I literally told you a while ago that your mother was in your house. That's all the reassurance you need. But see, that's the thing. You don't need antidepressants because I don't look at you as a depressed person. Depression is overrated. Hey, Kitty, how are you, sweetheart? Depression is overrated. When people tell me they're depressed for what? You have a fucking job. You have a house to live in. You sleep and eating shit every day. What the fuck are you depressed about? You have a kid, a beautiful child that you deal with every day, correct? So what are you depressed about? People's thoughts and emotions about you? Like, ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. You were put on antidepressants. You know why? Because the doctor wants your fucking money. Mark, you don't play those games. I don't take pills. I took a leave today because I was in pain. One. That's it. I'm not addicted to pills or alcohol. Look, I stopped drinking, smoking, all that shit. Cold turkey. No problem. My mind tells me to do that shit. No doctor tells me nothing. I'm not doing that bullshit. It ain't happening. So when I see you live, I don't look at you as a depressed person. I don't get that depression energy from you. And you got to look at yourself the same way. You got to say, hey, look, I don't need this shit. If I get off of it, then I can't worry about going back on it because I feel some type of way. Your feelings depend on you. You got to feel what you want to feel. And you got to ask yourself, how am I depressed? What's making me depressed? Kitty said, debts make people depressed. Debts make people depressed. You know why? Because they don't want to overcome their debts. They put themselves in their own predicaments. Depression begins with your mind. Oh shit, I made a mistake. Now I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to tell everybody that I have this and I have that and I have this. You'll never hear me come on here and say no bullshit like that. When my dad died, Do you think I said, oh, I'm depressed now because my dad died? No fucking way. When my dad died, the first thing I said was, Dad, I'm going to fulfill all your fucking wishes that you gave me. You told me you want me to take care of mom in the house. I'm going to do that, bro. No worries. When my dad died, I said, I have another powerful spirit on my side. You think I'm going to fucking crawl up in a corner and cry like a bitch? No. I went and done what my dad wanted me to do. I fixed his fucking house and I take care of his wife, which is my mother. I'm not going to be depressed. My mom's depressed, yes, because it's a different depression. Right? But she's not on no antidepressant pill. She ain't taking no pills for that shit. Because I'm her pill. I tell her every day, Mom, don't worry, Dad's here taking care of you. I'm here. Your sons, your daughters are here. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. Everything's okay. Mom, you're not sick. You're good. We're gonna help you pay your bills. We're gonna give you everything you need. Don't worry. You gotta say that shit to yourself. There's no reason to be depressed in this world. There's none. It's overrated in my opinion. It really is. And I think that, depression is something that you shouldn't even be talking about. You're such a decent person. You got to tell yourself that. You're around. You just told me you read for this lady. So if you're depressed, how can you do that? I always tell people, if you're depressed and you're fucking all fucked up in your head, you shouldn't be reading somebody else. But you were right about her reading, correct? So where the fuck is the depression in? Because your doctor told you. You see what I mean, Panda? I'm not trying to offend you or anything like that. I'm trying to give you the self-confidence that you need to understand that you are not really depressed. It's just something that you've been diagnosed with by some idiot. Every time you come in here, you laugh and you talk with us. I don't see that as depression. Depression is overrated. It's a bullshit word. But you shouldn't worry. There's nothing to worry about. If you die today, life goes on. If you die tomorrow, life goes on. If you die today, everything keeps going. I don't even know what depression is. I don't. I've never been depressed in my life. I've been mad plenty of times. I've been aggravated, annoyed, but I don't even know what depression is. I've never been depressed. I don't know what that is. Because I never want to get myself to that point in my life where I'm sitting there and be like, oh, I'm a loser. I got depression. I got this. I got anxiety. Man, that's all bullshit words that people put in people's head to make you feel sorry for yourself. Because in this world, everybody wants you to feel sorry for yourself. Everybody wants a problem. Everybody initiates a problem. Everybody says, I got this, I got that. But yet you're living. But yet you're doing this and doing that. So you're contradicting your mind. You're contradicting your thoughts. Your thoughts are telling you I have this, but you don't. It's all in your mind. Trust me. Look how far you've come in the past 2 months. If somebody told me you were depressed, I'm like, I don't think so. I don't see her being depressed. You must be crazy. She comes in here, she laughs at my jokes. She talks like a normal person. I don't see no depression at all. You see what I'm saying? It's all in your fucking mind. It's all in your mind. Kitty says I'm depressed when I see a pimple on your face. You can just put mascara over it or foundation over it. You'd be all right. Or just don't look at it. Don't look at your ass. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we do have the power to heal ourselves. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys, it's all in your mind. You don't need pills. All you need is God, and you need spirit. You need yourself, your thoughts, your own motivation. So I don't know if I'm making sense to you, Panda, but when I read your question, it's not even like it's something that I just, if you feel it might be you know, if you feel like it might be your thyroid, like you said, then maybe you should go to a thyroid specialist and go check them out. But then again, if you feel like it's that, then get yourself checked. But at the same time, try not to think you have anything at all. You see what I mean? If you say I don't have this and I don't have that, and you believe it, then you don't. You got me? See, if you're thinking, that's not a good thing. You gotta let me do the thinking, right? And the thinking, the only thinking you have to do is positive thinking every freaking day. See, I can say to myself, if I worry, right? If I have a pain like I had today, I'm not gonna say, oh fuck, that's a heart attack, or oh fuck, another muscle. I'm gonna say, you know what, spirit, just please help me, like, overcome my pain or overcome what's going on with me. Everybody can always make themselves better. You can go to a doctor and get analyzed, whatever you want to do. I ain't been to a doctor in fucking years. You know why? Because I believe that spirit and God is my doctor. So if I believe that honestly and truly, then all they do for me is say, okay, I'm gonna make sure you're all right. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna sit on my couch and eat a whole bag of fucking chips and chocolates and stuff my face with bullshit and get up to 600 pounds life and say, God, please keep me safe, even though I'm doing bullshit. It don't work that way. So you got to put in the work, and then they put in their part. But it's more of a belief thing. You got to believe that if you get off of antidepressants, your body's going to be fine. If you think that your thyroid is the problem, then go get yourself analyzed in that section and go find out. Now, if you say, I'm going to get off I want you to do this. This is what I want you to do personally as a friend and as somebody who has the mentality to tell you how I deal with things. You got to say to yourself tonight, I am no longer going to take these pills. I'm no longer going to think I have a problem. I'm going to say, you know what? You say your name out loud and you say, hey, all I need is my mom, all my spirit family. I need God's love. I need to love them. They're going to make sure nothing happens to me. They're going to make sure they clear away any thyroid problems. They're going to make sure that when I go off of the antidepressant pills that I'm going to be perfectly fine. But if that you start to worry when you do it, it's not going to work. You have to have 1,000,000% confidence in your mind that that shit ain't gonna come back, or it's not gonna be a problem. Because your mind is the most powerful thing that God gave you. That's why he always says, if you believe without even seeing me, then that's the first step to believing I exist. And how many times I say on here, if you believe, you shall receive. It's that simple. Life is so simple, but we make it so hard. I've learned that a lot in the last 2 years. Most things we invent in our brains. Just like when you read somebody, you know? When you read somebody, you say, fuck, I hope I'm wrong. No, what you're reading is right. But even if it doesn't happen, right? You got to realize that you're never going to be perfect. And what you told that person today, in 30 days, it might not happen. What you told this person today, they still might not do a year later because they're not going to listen to you. They just want your reading to happen as they sit on the couch and eat bonbons. You see what I mean? So never take anything seriously. But anything you have to take seriously, in my opinion, is your mind and how it thinks. So I would say get off those antidepressant pills and tell yourself, I'm not depressed. I was told I was. I was told I should take these things. No, don't listen to them. This is why I told you a while ago that if your mother, if I saw your mother and that mediumship reading I gave you that day, that's the only clarification that you need. Since that day, you've been reading more and doing more readings, and so how could you be depressed? No, but that's okay. We have to go through things. I say all the time, I wish I would have started my business 40 years. I mean 20 something, 30 something years ago, but I didn't. But it's okay. There's a lot of things that we should have done or could have been or seen somebody, but it's the time now. You see what I mean, fam? Well, that's the thing. Those pills are bad for you, period. Any pills for depression, it fucks your mind up. You're not supposed to take those things. Please don't take them no more. You know. But that's because her mindset isn't right. Listen, I just finished telling you guys for months now. I'm 49 years old, and in August, it's going to be 9 years that I stopped smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, and smoking weed. That's worse than fucking pills. I stopped all three when I woke up one day in August and I looked at myself and I said, fuck this, Mark. I can't do this shit no more. I feel so sluggish. I feel like an idiot. These kids are getting older. They look up to me. I feel like shit. You know what? Today is the last fucking day. I smoked my last joint, my last cigarette, and drank my last beer. And I said, never again will I touch any of these three ever again. I didn't need patches. I didn't need pills. I didn't need counseling. I didn't need nothing. All I needed was that mentality of I'm never going to do this shit again. Just like that. So if I can do it, why can't you do it? It's the easiest thing in the world if you have that mentality. And everybody has that mentality. They just feel like, oh no, because I heard this and I heard no. You have to be like a horse with blinders. You only see front. You can't look to the side and back again. You gotta say, hey, look, my mind's telling me that I need to get off this shit right now. I'm never taking another fucking pill again. It's up to you. Your mentality is everything. Your mind means everything. Trust me when I tell you. And I can say this to the fucking cows come home and nobody's gonna listen until you do it. When you do it, you say to yourself, holy shit. It was that easy, bro. When I say 9 years I've done it, you know how weird that sounds to me? I can't believe I've been without those three things for 9 years. And I was doing it for fucking 20 some years. You got me? So to answer your question, you yourself have to stop taking those things and start taking in the love of God, the love of your mother, spirit, and the good people around you. It's just that simple. It's the easiest medication in the world is belief. Belief is free. You just gotta wake up every day and say, look at me. I don't need that shit. You gotta be like an arrogant biatch and say, I don't need this shit. Mark's right. Mark's right. I don't need this shit. Look at me. I'm a woman. I have a job. I have my son. I have my house. I have a great job. I'm a psychic. My psychic abilities have gotten better. I read for these people and they love me. I have good friends. The fuck you depressed about? You see what I mean? I'm not trying to like be a dickhead. I'm just trying to tell you, like, it's fucking common sense if you really think about it. There's nothing to be depressed about. You got me? When it gets tough, you just believe. You just say, hey, mom, I know you're in here. Please give me the strength. Please give me the power to move on. Show me that I don't need this shit. If you need that extra self confidence, talk to spirit every day. Talk to your mom every day, yo. Come on, fam. That's why I really came on here after I stopped doing all that shit, because that's the only way I can function. I could never smoke, drink, and do weed and come on here. I wouldn't trust myself. No. I did that 9 years ago, and 6 years ago, I started this jump because that's the only way I could do it, because I had to give up something in order to help everybody else. I don't want everybody to be in the same boat as me. You got me? But whoever does it, does it. I don't care. I'm not against anything. You do whatever the fuck you want. But in order to like, when somebody says depression, I don't believe in depression. Depression is self-inflicted. It's you feeling sorry for yourself, like you need something to cure you. The only thing that can cure you is yourself. Of course he does, because he's not. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about him anyway. But yeah, I have my thoughts about him. I ain't got no time for him. He never talks about spirit or God. He only talks about him damn self. Typical Aries. He's in his own little world. So not my problem. He ain't my problem. But listen, Panda. Please take my advice. Please do. Please don't take those pills no more. There's no reason to be depressed. Please don't do it. You take that shit, you're ruining your life. Don't do it. Think about your son. Think about yourself. Think about your life. Think about everything. Think about how you got your mom now. Think about you have your life together now. You got to think about all the good things that just happened to you. So how the fuck could you be depressed if all these great things just happened to you? You see what I mean? Like, I hope I'm making sense, yo. Because I really feel that that's all you needed to hear. You know? That's like an easy question for me to answer. I never recommend feeling sorry for yourself or feeling depressed or feeling like you need pills to correct your life. No, 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 no. Only God can cure you. Only spirit can take care of you. That's your real doctors. That's your real fam. That's your real life. Without them, they're nothing. You know what this 80 something year old lady said on TikTok? I saw her yesterday. You know what she said? I'll leave you this before I go because I got to go get dinner. This lady said, right? This lady said, I've lived 80 something years and I've been good to everyone. I've been a good person, but I've had bad things happen to me. And I never question the bad things because I know they're lessons or they're challenges or they're tests from the devil. Because the happier you are with God, the less happy the devil wants you to be. And then sometimes bad people have good things happen to them because the devil wants you to feel great doing bad things. Because if bad things happen and you do bad things to others, they don't want you to have a conscience. They want you to stick with the devil because they don't want that person to feel bad and go back to God. So the devil works hard to get you to be on his side. And that's the reason why a lot of bad people still have good things in their life. Because the devil says, no, 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 no. I'm going to keep giving you good things because I want you to stay on my side and still do bad shit and think it's okay. But the people who love God and worship Him, when bad things happen, they're going to doubt Him because I'm trying to poke you to come over my side. And she made a very valid point. And I actually totally agree with her and believe with her because that's exactly what it is. So you got to continue to be a good person as much as you can, especially if you have kids and your life is good. You got me? So I'll leave you with that. That woman made my heart melt when I heard her say that shit. I was like, fuck, this woman said the perfect thing to me today. I needed to hear that shit. Because I feel like that most days. I feel like when somebody disrespects me, it makes me mad because I do so much good shit for people. And then when somebody disrespects me or accuses me of something, it eats me alive because I'm like, it's not sensitivity. It's like, how dare you disrespect me after everything I've done for you? Like, are you fucking blind? Are you dumb or something? Like, do I do that shit to you? No. Well, why the fuck you do it to me? So you're making me feel like I should never speak to you again because you're a piece of shit. And that's how I am. I won't speak to you no more if you disrespect me because I don't feel like I deserve that. What have I done to deserve that? See? And I shouldn't be that way. I should just like brush it off and be like, whatever. But no, because you're going to end up doing it to me again, thinking that it's okay to disrespect me all the time. And I'm just going to keep taking you back or keep taking you in. No, fuck that. Fuck you. I love my energy without you. And that's how everybody should be. Because I think we all hold on to like, oh, I should still be a good person if this person just mistakenly disrespected me or they disrespected me and, I should just keep making it okay. No, no. No, no. No, no. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. I'm not dealing with you no more. I don't need you. Fuck that. Bye, Barbie. Take care. All right, guys. I need to go. I need to go make my food. It's already 7:42, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be back later on. Kitty, are you going live today? And please, Panda, if you have to listen to this live again, please do to motivate you. Please don't do that shit no more. And please get off those pills. And please don't feel depressed. Please don't feel anxiety. Please don't feel like your life is fucked up. Please don't do that. Keep feeling like you're a bad bitch. Okay? Please feel like ain't nobody gonna tear you down. Ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing. You do what the fuck you want to do. That's what you gotta do. You have to be arrogant in a good way for yourself. You have to have your own self checked. If no one else says that you're good or whatever, fuck them. You do what you want to do. You self praise. I tell people I'm a legend in my own mind. If I tell somebody I'm a legend, they're like, yeah, you wish. I said, I know I am. In my own mind, I am a legend. And that's what, if you have to tell yourself that and have self praise, people used to say, all you do is praise yourself. I say, yeah, damn right, because you motherfuckers ain't going to praise me. You don't want to praise me because it's going to make you look dumb. So I'm praising myself, self praise, and I am a fucking legend. Hell yeah. And if you don't believe that, that's your problem. If I believe that, that's going to make my life better for me. It's a humble arrogance you should have for yourself. I'm telling you, it's a good thing to do. Like, not don't do it in a bad way, do it in a humble way. Like, I know who I am, I know my worth. I know that I don't need nothing from nobody, I just need me, myself. Yeah, I'm telling you. I do it every day. Fuck these people. I tell myself I'm the best DJ in the world. I'm the best psychic I can ever be. I'm the best maintenance man. I'm the best electrician. I'm the best son. I'm the best uncle. I'm the best every fucking thing. And I don't care what you say. I am the fucking best. But I'm saying that in a way for me to motivate me to be the best. I'm not going to go around telling the whole world, oh, I'm the fucking best. And you fucking, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I want myself to feel that way. I want to feel like I'm the best at everything. I don't give a fuck what you think. All right? Everybody's got to think that way. Yeah? Yeah, be an arrogant Leo. Don't be an arrogant Leo. Okay? All right, guys. I'll be back later on. Okay? I'm just going to go get some dinner. I'll see you all later. Take care. Mwah. Take that kiss and run.